When we think about Mayweather and we think about that entire situation, is there anything that he could ever do to make the business right for you to go work with him again?
Who, Floyd?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Like, nah. I gave him 4 or 5 years of my career. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't get it to where he's supposed to get to. I don't think Floyd is a boxing businessman. I think he's a businessman for himself. He get the bag for himself. But like, even with Tank's career, like, that's Al Heyman work right there. That's not Floyd.
Yeah.
Al snatched him up. It's like, yo, I'm gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Floyd is capable of taking a guy's career to the next level. To the next level. I think he could get it started. Floyd did a lot for me. I respect him and the knowledge, you know, as far as that he got. I would love to, you know, soak that up, but I don't think he's gonna give it to me. I don't think Floyd fucked with me like that. So.
And it's tough knowing that the skill set you have, and also has to kind of be something for him, like a realization, like, damn, I might have fucked up with him. Like
Yeah,
that. You know what I mean? Because that would have brought me a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he fucked up. Nah, if he called me with a little wire, a little millie, I mean, Floyd,
right. Have a
I'm gonna have TMT on me.
Wise man.
You're gonna be world champion. He said, I'm telling you. He said, I'm telling you. I'm like, that right there, just like that confidence I told you I was always looking for, like that sparked it. I'm like, he's not lying, because there's no way it's like he told me this like 3 times in a row. Like, he's literally trying to tell me, like, bro, you different. Like, but I didn't believe it. Like, when I started getting in front of more and more people, it's like, nah, yeah, you different.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow, and nobody never heard that story before.
Yeah,
because I've been in the Mayweather gym. I actually spoke to Floyd, and Floyd's a real animated character. And I see what you're saying. Like, he pay attention to fighters. Like, he can spot talent. Now, looking at Floyd Mayweather's career, where do you put Floyd as far as fighters all time? Is he like in the top 5?
Floyd is the top number 1 man to ever put on a pair of gloves. As far as like what any parent, father, any body, and besides money, like, you would want a fighter to like be. As far as the moves he made, as far as he knew when to tone it down, his style, the money, the charisma, just everything. Like, Floyd, the numbers, the most accurate fighter of all time, the less fighter to get hit in his time.
I gotta thank Mayweather Promotions, because they started out my career. Without them, I wouldn't probably never had the opportunities that I have gotten after I left them. So it was just one of the companies that had guided me towards, you know, trying to be great in the sport, and they got me to 13-0, and from there I went on to win championships, and now I'm signing a new deal with Zuffa Boxing, and I learned a lot just from being around Floyd. You know, Floyd always been a role model of mine, and I was just grateful to just be around his presence.
Yeah, what are some of the things Floyd's taught you throughout your journey? You
know, there's a lot of boxing tips, things that I could use in my career as far as being a fighter, and just always making sure to tell me that it don't matter what's going on with you, the win is the most important thing. You know, he always preached that, making sure that don't care about the critics, don't care about pleasing the fans, make sure you get the W, and that was one of the biggest takeaways for me.
All right, so shout out to Town, man. He sent this to me, or I wouldn't even have known about it. So Hitchens started going at brother Floyd Mayweather. He started going at him yesterday, or, you know, well, when y'all see there might be yesterday, I don't know, Tuesday. And he was working with Shakur Stevenson. You know, he was in the lab with Shakur. And, and he was like, even when I was signed to Floyd, it didn't seem like Floyd really messed with me like that. And every time I look up Floyd, he's helping somebody else out. Floyd always talking about helping black people out, but he don't ever help me out. And one thing you notice about the Shavengers, bro, they all jealous ass niggas, man. It's gonna end one way. They gonna turn on each other. A few of them gonna turn on Shakur. It ain't no other way but to explain it, man. But thumbs up the video, share, subscribe to the channel. And they jealous. They just some jealous ass niggas. They always looking for a father figure. Remember, it was like Keyshawn was like, oh yeah, me and Bud not as close as Shakur and Bud, and you know, we not as that close, and you know, it's just, you know, remember Keyshawn was saying, well, Devin and Shakur was real cool. Devin didn't want to be my friend. These niggas got social problems, bro. And I kind of feel Hitch coming from, saying that, you know, okay, I was your fighter. You told me how good I was behind closed doors, but on wax, you didn't want to really, you know, you didn't want to really credit me you don't want to credit me as a fighter. You won't give me my credit, publicly. And I feel him on that, man. You definitely feel a certain type of way when a guy you look up to, is your mentor, supposed to be your mentor. You look up one of the greatest fighters of all time. He bigging up Tank. He working with fighters that didn't sign with him. He training this guy, and then his actions is showing you, he telling you one thing behind the scenes, oh, you great, you're going to be a world champ, you're going to be the shit. But he ain't in the gym helping you. Matter of fact, your career was worse off before Eddie Hearn came and helped you. Eddie Hearn came in and did more than Floyd did, instantly. So, of course, he feel a certain type of way. And, and Floyd, like I said, you got to watch what people do, not what they say. That's a fact. You got to watch people do what they say. They can say a lot of stuff and be stabbing you, slowly stabbing you. And I agree with what he's saying. Like, bro, you supposed to be my mans, and you helping all these niggas out that didn't even give your company a chance. And some people do that shit. Some people sit there and treat people in the street better than they treat their own family. And what type of message do that send? What type of message do that really send at the end of the day? Legitimately. You supposed to be my homie. You supposed to be my mentor. You supposed to be TBE. Why you ain't giving me, even if you don't say I'm great or I'm gonna be good, or you don't co-sign me in that way, why you ain't, telling the public, why you held my career back? And Hitch right, you talk all this black shit, you know what I'm saying? But ever since he be working and getting in these niggas' ears, ain't nothing good happen for black fighters. Real talk. Nigga talked to Keyshawn, was working with Keyshawn, nigga career went off the rail. Helped Ryan against Devin Haney, career went off the rails. And Floyd probably think his intentions is to do good, man. Like, nah, ain't his intentions, man. It's supposed to be your mans. Supposed to be your mans. And he held your career back, held you up. Same thing with Carmel Moten. That motherfucker just signed y'all to hold y'all back. Real talk. He just signed y'all to hold y'all back. Ain't no other way around it. He just signed y'all to hold y'all back. It ain't in good faith. He like, let me sign him and hold his career. Let me stop his career. I hold y'all, you can tell the way he carry himself, man. This nigga very immature. Nigga 50 and immature. 50 still trying to flex on Jay-Z. 50 still pulling out money at the casino to prove that he not broke. You ain't got nothing to prove, bro. Nigga a grandfather out here and still trying to hang Jermaine with the YNs. I be telling you, man. I be out here with the old people, bro. Like, they could have made this light and all she did was pump her brakes the whole time. It's crazy, man. But yeah. Yep, that's the type of shit we living in, bro. You be thinking every brother's a brother. Nah, man. So remember you used to walk into a restaurant and be able to, nod at the black couple, know if something go down, y'all got each other back. Not no more. Not no more. That ain't the world we live in, bro. Like, if you see the galvanization of black people, man, it ain't there no more, man. That's why I always preach to the young brothers and young sisters, man. Do it the right way with somebody else. It starts with each household, each principalities in the household. Just do it the right way. If you do your part, you did your part. You made the world and the community a little bit better place. Same thing for the next couple. You hang around people that's like-minded. Hang around people that want to fight for marriage. Hang around whatever you believe in. If you believe in polygamy, you believe in monogamy, you believe in Islam, Christianity, Muslim, what Hindu, it's whatever you believe in. Hang around people that's like-minded, bro. That's going in a direction in your belief. 9 times out of 10, if they true, your circle gonna be strong. And of course, you gotta police who you allow in your children's life, who you allow in your wife, your husband life. You gotta police that shit, man. You have expectations for people, man. And some people you have expectations for, organically, they not there to meet those expectations. Some people coming into your life with anarchy and chaos, not to build, but to destroy. Even if you're just trying to help them and you got love for them, some people just come into your life to destroy. That's all it boiled down to. We think our intentions, we think this, come on, man. Come on, brother. Or Brad. We get the fuck away from Brad, man. Brad just say, let's do 2 miles an hour. Brad, like, yeah, he got his hand. I ain't mad at him, man. He probably retired, nice ass expedition. He's sitting there chilling. I ain't mad. Take your time, Bradley. But yeah, our expectations, man, especially your heroes, man. You see so many videos of a guy talking about don't meet your heroes. I thought he was this. I thought he was this, that, and the third. And I thought he was the, you know. And we had these expectations for our heroes, man, or people that we look up to, man. And sometimes, you know, your parents can be your heroes and let you down, you know, in a way. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, you know, your brother was your hero, can let you down. Sometimes your big homie in the neighborhood you went to school with can let you down. You know, our expectations that we have for, you know, for other people, you know, that's just, you know, really, that's just our assumption. You know, and obviously go the other way. Sometimes you don't have great expectations for somebody and they come in and blow your socks off. No diddy. But yeah, usually when you find your husband or your wife or somebody that's very special in your life, that, you know, that's not family or something like that. Sometimes when you find those people, bro, the true thing about it is you never see them coming, bro. You never know, you know, this is going to be the beginning of something great. A lot of them, you know, a lot of the NBA players that sat there and they scored 100 points, you know, or scored, you know, 50, 60 points and had career high nights. I remember Chris Webber saying, that was one of the worst days of my life. You don't see that shit coming most of the time. You know, you don't see bad news coming most of the time. You don't see good news, great news coming most of the time. So I get where Hitchens is coming from. And these elders preach all this pro-black shit. They preach all this pro-black shit. And their words don't match their actions. And I say this all the time on my Free Game 89 channel. The links in the description are just FR33 Game 89. I told y'all children learn by your actions, you know, first. And that's the first learned ability they have, is learning by what you do, not by what you say. The values that you instill verbally into your children, that comes later, bro. That comes after consequences are tested, after, you know, applying principle or applying these things. It comes later. All that advice that you think going in your kid's ear and coming out your kid's other ear, a lot of times they just processing it. And then when it's time to use it, when they go through it, then, you know, they understand it. But Hitchens, I get it. Tired of niggas preaching that pro-black shit and then, you know, and they ain't what they seem to be. And that's most black celebrities. Scammers. There's so many pro-black scammers in general, bro. So many, man. And I feel them on that Floyd shit, man. Niggas a whole goofy. But you know, shit happen like that. But you know, for the most part, he just gotta succeed. Every time you see him looking up, working with this guy, working with that guy. And Hitchens jealous. I'll tell you that right now. He's jealous, especially when you contributed to his company. Especially when you contributed to his company. You know, when you sit there and you trusted the process. Shakur went to sign somewhere else, didn't sign with him. Devin went somewhere else. Cashflow Diaz went somewhere else. All them fighters in the other gym, they went somewhere else. And Floyd couldn't do shit. I mean, it should have been common sense. When you looked at Floyd, you know, when you looked at Floyd and how Al Heyman didn't ever get behind Floyd that way. He didn't funnel his PBC fighters through Mayweather Promotions. He didn't funnel them through Mayweather Promotions like Mayweather, like he did with Golden Boy. That shit told you everything you need to know about signing with Floyd. You signed to a nigga who can't read between the lines. What's your ass like Fantasia? Rick Ross, the boss. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Everybody got heroes, man. A lot of times you meet your heroes, they're absolute zeros. But yeah, that's you know. But I mean, it's crazy. Crazy, but I feel him on that. But you know, for Hitch, nigga, I'm telling you, him and Shakur gonna fall out. You know, him and Key already falling out. It's just a matter of time. And he's some jealous, emotional Jeffrey Osborne, emotional ass Michael Jackson, human nature ass ninjas, man. You can see the writing on the wall. From Brothers to fucking Ops. The real Creed 3 movie. It was a real Creed 3. Five. I ain't gonna say that, but yeah, man, appreciate y'all, man. But yeah, I feel about that, man. Floyd gonna be like, well, we gotta stick together. We gotta fight these Mexicans. Spell Mexican, Floyd. Mexican. You know, Leonard Ellaby ain't there no more. They didn't put Leonard in the basement. Leonard in the motherfucking basement. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button to hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.
Touch me. Grab a fly. Let's go. Grab a fly. Let's go.